I'm Marthea Sides, and I'm a country music singer, and I work for myself.
So I'm Laura Caselli, and I work for Industry City, and I do generative community. And this is Nils Folke Anderson, and he's the reason why I exist.
I'm an artist with a studio at Industry City, just this amazing industrial zone of about 30 buildings on the waterfront in Brooklyn.
My name is Jeff Cutler. I run business development for Vitals, where we've become the top site for patients to search, compare, rate, and review physicians.
Christopher Stemborowski. I work for Oxford Communications in Lambertville, New Jersey as an assistant communications strategist.
I'm Cecily Kellogg. My blog is uppercasewoman.com. I also have CecilyK.com, and Cecily K is my Twitter name. I run my own business doing social media consulting and creating web content.
Hi, I'm Adam Cohen from DataRocks.com, and you can follow me on Twitter at DataRocks, so DADAROCKS.
Hi, my name is Ilya Mazuritsky. I'm the VP of Business Development at a company called Seamless Receipts. What we do is we work with retailers to digitize the receipts directly from the point of sale so that the customer can go home with a digital version of the receipt instead of the paper. And how that's relevant to this conference is it is an opportunity for a retailer to express their brand and to have an extra communication point with their customer.
I'm Sam Von Trapp. I am Director of Operations for the Trapp Family Lodge in Stowe, Vermont.
My name is Lenore Nyer, and I do marketing communications for nonprofits, national and New York City-based nonprofits.
Hey, I'm Mallory. I'm one of the co-founders of Small Goals PR. I do social media management, digital strategy, creative consulting, and traditional press outreach.
I really actually didn't know what to get out of it. I mean, I'm on Twitter, obviously. I'm doing my, my tweets. I talk about all my music, and when I go on radio tour, and when I tour, and all that. But I didn't have like a serious expectation. I really didn't know. I mean, I'm completely new, and I feel like I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about even what I can do on my own. But then, of course, the whole network, and I'm meeting all these people that, are in different networks, which I think is really awesome. I mean, from music industry to just social stuff in general. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to take some of the stuff that I learned and take it home.
So what I'm hoping to get out of BrandsConf is to get confirmation of what we're doing in terms of our approach, also to get new, fresh ideas, to give ideas to other people if they're interested in what we're doing. I think what this has done for me so far is really confirmed that we're really on the right path, and I've gotten a couple of fresh approaches that we can employ now, which is great.
I came to BrandsConf today as the winner of the contest from Sparksheet. I'm very grateful, and I came because although we are the top site for people to search for doctors, not many people remember us or know of our brand. So I came today to try to get a sense of how to correct that, and perhaps how to humanize the branding of a service involved in a topic as sensitive as people's healthcare.
What I'm hoping to get out of BrandsConf is, as always, I'm looking for inspiration, new ideas, fresh ideas, exchanging ideas with bright minds. Some of the speakers here are phenomenal and always have top-notch ideas.
BrandsConference, I have a kind of a twofold reason to be here. I'm also the co-editor of a site that just relaunched called Aiming Low, where we strive to be perfectly mediocre. And we want a chance to find possible sponsors and potential people to work with our site, as well as giving me the opportunity to know better. I work with a lot of brands, and it's nice to hear the brand side of things and get an opportunity to know how better to approach them, work with them, accommodate them, as well as get them to accommodate.
So, what am I hoping to get out of BrandsConference? Right now, I'm getting it out of it. I am networking, I am hanging out with the brands, and I am listening to what the brands want and how they're engaging.
What I hope to get out of the BrandsConference is to learn more about how other companies are interacting with their consumers and how are they positioning their brand to better interact with their shoppers, with their consumers, with their customers.
I came down here to BrandsConf actually to be a presenter, but have found it really amazing. I tend to come very much from more the outdoor side of things, the experiences, and so sharing these experiences with people are what I need to learn more about, and more of the nuts and bolts of what is really obvious to a lot of the people here in the city. My comparative advantage is that our family tends to be pretty genuine. We do a lot of really neat things, so I'm trying to learn how to share those neat things more with people.
And I'm here at the conference to become more comfortable and more versatile in the social media space, particularly Twitter. Nonprofits were very slow adopters or late adopters of social media. And so we haven't really become as accustomed or as comfortable as you in using that space.
What am I hoping to get out of Brands Conference? I'm hoping to meet some awesome people. I'm hoping to level up my PR game.
I think different brands obviously are more human than others. I mean, for me, obviously, I am human, so it's a brand. It's a brand. It's how I brand myself. And in this day and age, and this economy especially, I think branding, whether you're making money off of it or you're just getting yourself out there, is so important. And I'm also an image consultant, so the branding, obviously, of the image, especially for an artist, is so important. And I work with other artists helping them brand theirs as well.
To me, the highlight has really been being here actually with somebody who I work with in this environment, because I don't know that a lot of people have done that, if they actually brought people who are part of the people they're trying to communicate with in terms of brands. But we came together. And I think that's really awesome, because it shows that we're serious about it and we're really looking at it together, what we can be doing better and how we can help each other and be symbiotic going forward. So that's been the highlight to me.
In terms of my take on brands becoming more human, I think it's terrific. I enjoyed someone's comment earlier today that talked about a return to brands being more human, whether it be brands like the Jolly Green Giant or the baker from the Dunkin' Donuts commercial, whatever it might be. So I'm all for it, and I think with the social media outlets we have today, to get those brands actually having the conversation with the consumers, I think it's terrific. I think it's terrific that major brands are actually communicating with the people that are raising their hands with a passion for those brands.
My take on brands becoming more human, I think it's similar to journalists being neutral or objective. It's always what you should aim for. It might be very, very difficult to ever actually achieve it, but it doesn't mean that it's not worth striving for.
As far as brands becoming more human, I think it's about time, and but at the same time I understand the frustration that brands have with trying to take that leap, because it's scary. It's scary to go from a very controlled message to trusting a handful of people to carry your message in the social media space. So I understand that.
My take on brands becoming more human. To become more human is to become a friend, become a pal, and become a confidant. So brands are taking that to the heart. I see that firsthand with Twitter every day. Brands are really taking advantage of the fact that they can have an avatar, they can become a personality, they can become your best friend. Right now, I had a heart attack on Thursday. Burger King reached out to me and wished me well. All right, the King himself reached out to me. Now that is humanizing a brand. All right, it's not sending me a get well Whopper. It's sending me a message from the King wishing me well. All right, that is the perfect example that I could give today about brands becoming more human. Other brands that have been doing a really good job of that, dozens, too many to name. All right, but pretty much what you need to look at is who are they talking to and what are they saying. If they're just pushing, they're not humanizing. But if they're sitting there having a dialogue with you, like Sesame Street, like Sesame Place, like Sony, like many, many other brands, they're having dialogue. And a great corporate example of that is Kodak. Kodak has splintered their structure, so they have Kodak CB, they have Kodak events, and they can really sit there and reach out about products, about events, about blogging, and help you.
My take on brands becoming more human is very similar to a lot of the things that have been said today. I truly believe that and being open and being receptive and seeking that feedback from your customers, from your consumers, is really the way to go, and is really the movement of the social networking and other engagement techniques that a lot of the companies and a lot of brands are starting to implement.
My feeling about brands becoming more human is a lot of it comes from transparency, from the ability for a brand to truly open itself up and for people to see what's behind it and recognize that there really are genuine people there, and ideally well-meaning people. I think that that's a big thing these days. People are very aware of what the brands represent and whether or not that's something they want to support. I personally this year decided that I wouldn't purchase anything from any brands that advertised Christmas before Thanksgiving, and I decided that that's just being a little too commercial for me.
And the conference has been amazing. I don't know where Jeff finds these people, but I think he pulls them out of a hat. Every single speaker, I can't say which speaker was better, or that I preferred, or which talk I like, because I've learned something from everyone.
My take on brands becoming more human. I actually was really interested by all the talks about humans becoming brands. I'm always thinking about my own personal branding and the personal branding of a lot of my clients, and sort of meshing human and brand. There's a Devo quote, "Are we not men, we are Devo," and I think, "Are we not human, we are brand." That's my policy.
I think I have enjoyed more than anything else just meeting people, networking, like I said, taking this stuff home and trying it out, and I'm really excited about it actually.
Yeah, and I think building a community from the participants outward, which is happening in Industry City. It's cool to see how people here are doing that.
What's been the highlight of the Brands Conference for me so far? It's really been hearing the similar issues, challenges, and solutions that are being developed across various verticals, whether it be something like healthcare, whether it be consumer goods and products, whatever it might be. Everyone's facing the same challenges and trying to just be heard above the noise that's out there in the online world today. Was enlightening. It was enlightening to hear. And the other highlight I would say is the short, swift pace of the event. Wasn't enough time to get inundated or overwhelmed on any one particular speaker. It was just enough to sort of satisfy and leave me wanting more. So thanks again.
And what's been the highlight of BrandsConf so far for me? I think Amber Naslund and her chat was just phenomenal. At Amber Cadabra always blows me away when I get to see her at a conference. So far, her chat has been the best.
I think for me, oddly enough, the highlight so far was Gil Gunn, I think was his Twitter name, who did the presentation about the data, the way data spreads in the social media space, particularly on Twitter. That was really fascinating because I recently was in a position to be somebody who was the tipping point on the subject on Twitter, and to watch how it spreads in a visual way was really fascinating. So I really enjoyed that, although I think everybody's been great. So thanks.
So what's the highlight been of Brand Conference so far? My highlight so far of Brand Conference has been the wonderful speakers. Getting to meet Dan from Sesame Street, getting to meet all my old friends I see at conferences all the time, like Cecily Kay. It is great to see and be able to hug and shake hands with people that you don't really get to see that often. Being in the real world is great. Being online makes it virtual and makes it unlimited. But when you actually get to shake someone's hand and see them in real life and make that eye-to-eye contact, that's priceless. So try to get yourself out to the conference. Hope to see you soon.
The highlight of the Brands Conference so far has been the most recent talk by Han Wozniak, where he really spoke about some of that openness and what they try to do at their company and how they direct other brands to behave. So that was really insightful for me.
And so far the highlight of BrandsConf for me has really just been the interactions that I've had with all the different amazing people who've been drawn here. I think I've learned as much out of the seminar room as I have inside, and just some amazing folks I've run into, and looking forward to attending more of these events. Thanks.
And really, we're talking about social media, but it's what we've been saying as marketers for years. You have to humanize the brand. It's about engagement. It's about talking to your constituents. It's taking social media and doing what we've done with other marketing tactics, and social media is just one more tactic. It's not the end-all and be-all, so it's putting it in its in perspective. So I think I'm walking away with a lot of information.
What's been the highlight of Brands Conference for me so far? Definitely getting to tweet at and with Sesame Street. I'm a huge fan of everything they're doing, particularly trying to get the Cookie Monster on SNL last week. I was just talking to them about that. I was already a follower and fan of their Twitter account, so getting to interact with them in real life was an added bonus.